nongurarawa Nigo sana kodoe na mataka Pauna numa Nananda tonlasa Mai subana numa tikona Fanwarongo na lomo ni vanua Kenata ni levu tuna ua Lomango voli meu bau batuka Tovolea ke balavu.
Hello, Pete.
Hiya.
Hello, Martin.
Hey, how you going, boys?
Doing good.
How's Dave? Munching away?
Yeah.
Bowl of fruit, Doris.
No.
The
No
scrambled egg and
bacon.
bacon comes at 10 o'clock.
Just trying to. Oh, I got my sound all right. That's all right.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're good.
I won't be able to stay terrifically a long time tonight because I'm expecting visitors in the next 20 minutes. I've got a roast pork in the oven, and so I've got the apple sauce on the go and the potatoes in there.
And the crackling.
And the crackling. I've got to keep an eye on that.
You
Yeah.
haven't got McKinnon coming round, have you?
Sorry?
You haven't got McKinnon coming round, have you? You need 2 pigs.
I just want to replay of the Forest game, Pete. I thought we did ourselves pretty well, held our own, actually.
Couldn't agree with you more. The first half, you were exceptional, although Frank Lampard tried to tell us afterwards that Chelsea were in control of the first half, but they weren't at all. They certainly deserved the point, and we're about unlucky not to have got 3.
Yeah,
Chelsea are terrible. Chelsea are terrible.
Yeah, look, I mean, we haven't been good all season, but it's getting a bit frantic now. You know, every game's very vital to us. You know, so it'd be good to see them stay up. I think.
Well, I think they've got enough to stay up.
Yeah,
It's going to be tight. Yeah. You've got to think. Well, Southampton are now gone. It depends on Leicester.
Yeah. Well, Everton won't get much out of tonight against City.
No.
And, so I think Leeds, it all goes down to Leeds. West Ham game, and you know,
well,
if we can, we can't hope for anything against Arsenal next week at home, and so it comes down to the Palace, last game of the season. But I think we might have done enough, you know.
Palace are on the beach. They've done it all.
Yeah.
No, it's great that it's gone down to the wire, but it's really nerve-wracking for some of the fans.
Well, the last few weeks, I mean, it comes down to the last 6 or 8 clubs at the bottom. They were all sort of scrambling to stay there, weren't they?
Yeah.
It could have been anyone from Leicester to West Ham to, you know, even Chelsea. Liverpool surprised me how well they've gone.
If Chelsea hadn't started the season so well, they'd have been down there.
Yeah.
Which have been quite eye-opening for what they've spent and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's obscene, isn't it, the money that they go through.
It's ridiculous.
Bobo. Hi, Bobo.
Hey.
Good morning. How are you guys?
He's indoors for once. He's indoors.
I'm indoors. I'm in Lurgan in Northern Ireland. Yeah. So I'm at my brother's. So yeah. How are you all, guys?
Yeah, good. It's getting a bit colder down here now in Sydney.
Oh, I bet you did nothing.
I'm using the iPhone, Bob, so I appreciate that test the other day.
Yeah, no problems. Yeah, no problems. Yeah.
It's just going to be so much easier for the next few weeks to be able to just to do this from the cruise, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So cold in Australia.
Yeah, well, we've just had a weekend up the Blue Mountains, which is probably about an hour from where we live.
Yeah,
and it gets very cold up there.
Any
as you
snow
well know.
up there yet?
Well, the other side of the mountains, yes, at Oberon, yeah, they've had snow.
Yeah, Oberon gets lots of snow, doesn't
So
it?
we get the wind chill aspect from that.
Mm.
And when it says 10 degrees, it actually feels like about 2 degrees.
Ah. Looks Mr. Inge is coming in, I think.
Good. All right. I can't change names on the iPhone, Foodie. So if you want to change your name to Dave Foodie Trainer, like I normally do, or BBC Pete, please do that.
I don't know. Let's see if we can do it.
Well, it's a learning process. You'll figure it out. I can get our anchorman to do it because he's kind of lazy these days, so he'll figure it out.
I've just done it.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Is it one of the apps on the bottom line, Fruity?
No, if you put your cursor up in the top right corner of your picture on the screen,
Yeah,
there's three little dots. If you
yeah.
click on the three little dots, you get a drop-down menu, and it's got rename under it.
Yeah,
you just
can you
click on
change
that.
yours, Babbo? Can
Yeah,
you
I'm
put
just going to
Babbo?
do mine. I'm just going to do mine.
Can you put Babbo Northern Ireland?
Yeah.
Hello, Steve Walker.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Hi, Steve.
Or good evening, wherever you may be.
Yeah.
Middle of the night. Yeah.
Where are we? 2, 4. Yeah, okay, I've got you.
Yeah.
No,
Good.
Alistair today. I wonder where he is.
He's not coming
Hello,
in.
David.
I think I
Alex,
saw a
Alex,
message
not
from
coming in.
Alistair saying he might not be able to make it.
Oh, right.
Hello,
Morning,
Dave.
boys. Evening, boys.
Hello, David. Can you change your name because I can't do it from my iPhone to Dave Anchorman? The usual thing.
Right. Okay, Johnny.
And if you could take the traffic lights away, please.
Are you all right there? Sorry, I'll just turn the volume up. Hang on.
And while you're doing
Yeah,
that, can you
impressed.
pick
He's
up
got
a
the
broom
traffic
up my
lights
arse and
up.
sweep the floor at the same time?
You think
Yeah.
this is good for survival, Martin?
Yeah, it's getting tense, isn't it? Every game counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think they've started to, realise how important it is, and we've just been discussing it. Yeah, but they've got a few players back now. They've had a run of bad injuries as well, so that big fella up front makes a difference.
Oh, he's useful.
Yeah.
He's very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I've got a question for Bobo. Bobo, was it a great experience up in London last week?
It was a very wet experience. Very wet. I managed to I met my Aussie friends from, they live near Redfern, and they were over for 3 months. They've got a house exchange in Maida Vale. So I met them at Paddington, and then we went to Hyde Park. And Hyde Park wasn't very busy. Well, I think it was the weather, but it was good. The big screen and the atmosphere. I would have liked to get closer, but I couldn't. But yeah, no, it was great. It was really, once in a lifetime thing. So yeah, so it was good.
Yeah, we appreciate your messages and reportings. It makes you feel as if we were as near to it as possible. You enjoy it, Fruity?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I was slightly drowsy because I wasn't well, was I, last weekend?
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, I did watch it.
Yeah, but you're looking good today, Dave. You're on the.
Well, I got rid of that problem I had last weekend. I'm still not quite right in other respects, but
Great. Yeah. That's all right. All right, and now where's Martin? I'm just putting my name up, so I can't see you, but it's nice to see you.
Yeah, I had a bit of an issue the other week. I don't know why I couldn't log in. So after half a dozen attempts, I gave it a miss. But,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
nothing to do with our downfall of our football team, Dave.
Never,
you know.
never. Otherwise, none of us would be on it.
Well, I'd be here. I'd be here.
Hello, Macca.
Good evening.
Yeah,
How are you guys?
David
Oh,
be
yeah,
on his own.
Dave, don't talk about rugby league then.
Oh, blimey. All right.
Stop winding him up there.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
That was
So anyway,
embarrassing, that was.
we've only just got over the Eurovision Song Contest.
What a night that was. It went on for ages. I thought it never
Weren't you guys up watching it in Australia then?
Nah,
Eurovision Song Contest.
I
Did you
wasn't
very-
watching
you
it
did
here
very
either.
well.
didn't
You
even
very well.
even know it was on. Nah.
Well,
No.
I wasn't watching it here either. I would be bored shitless if I'd watched that crap.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
honestly we didn't watch it
Tell him
either.
you'd rather watch football.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
there
know.
is a little.
I cannot
but there is
stand
a
the
little-
Eurovision Song Contest. How people get
Yeah, but-
all.
Yeah, but there is a
hyped up
little
about it, I
little
don't know.
band that won it a few years ago called ABBA.
Yeah.
50 years.
Well,
So they started.
Well, of course, you dancing queens would know all about that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. It
I
actually,
only heard this.
I was saying it actually was broadcast in the States, but it started at midday, and I was out.
Bloody hell! You had the decent time to have it on, so you could go out and do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went on for hours and hours and hours.
It's all very
See,
Bob,
it's all
I
very
see Fruity
Anyway,
had all his
you-
medication.
you'd need plenty of it.
I see
I think
Fruity
the
has
last-
all his medication because he's actually got his sense of humour back.
I've always had a sense of humour, you know that.
You've taken all your pills this morning, darling, have you?
I've always taken my pills here. No, actually, I'm not taking all my pills now. Two of them have been suspended.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, just have a cup of witch's brew.
Yeah.
Well done. I'm having the same. Yeah, definitely. So, Pete, as far as the the ship behind you again, I'm just having a quick look. Is that Sea Princess?
No, I think it's the Arcadia, isn't it?
He looks
Is
like
it?
the Arcadia.
Yeah, I think it
It's
is.
a
Yeah.
night-
Is it?
It's the
Oh yeah, because it's got the
1950s
stacks. It's got the davits at the back, isn't it? Or the
Yeah, it's the 1950s picture of it somewhere like Aden or somewhere in the around that area.
yeah, actually, of course, Aden was back in the 60s, wasn't it? The conflict, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Was it the 60s? But it was before our times, wasn't it?
oh
Or
yeah, definitely,
Before
definitely.
our times, yeah.
coming in, Deb.
But as far as you're talking about with the war times, I was just clearing out the attic. Well, trying to bloody hell, it's great stuff. But I bought 6 Falklands mugs, China coffee mugs. They look like earthenware stone type design thing, I wasn't in the war, but I went down on the troop run just after the war, and we visited and went. Obviously, I brought these things back. Well, we don't want them now. It's because they're just they've been up in the flipping roof. We have never really used them. So
You should sell them on eBay.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
There's a good 6 of you there. Would you like one each? And by the way, next week I'll be offering something else out the attic, but you have to accept it.
What is it with you English people? You put everything up in the roof.
Because they don't
I-
have garages over there. They've got
I
no.
don't know what it is. It is. It's where it goes. It's even. We've even got the Christmas tree up there.
As long as my bed's
Christmas
not up
up
there,
there.
Dave. Dave, as long as my bed's not up there for my stay.
Well,
you
Johnny,
got a bunk bed, Colonel?
I've got some good news and I've got some bad news.
There's a tent in the backyard.
Even the good news isn't good.
The good news is he's got bugs and you're on the top.
Yeah. Actually, it's not even a bunk, Macca, but he is still on top.
Oh,
Oh dear.
you should be so lucky.
Okay, he's frozen just about to tell me the bad news. Great.
He looks better frozen.
Yeah.
He's moving.
Thanks very much.
I'm waiting for the bad.
All of you look better frozen as well. All right.
Well, John, do you know the
What's the
chicken
bad
coop?
news, Dave?
What?
What's the bad news?
Oh,
It's the bad news for Colonel.
It's not the chicken coop,
Oh,
is it, David?
the bad news is I didn't know our rates have gone up astronomically. You know, even
They're charging him now.
well, I mean, Steve, what was the rates we had for the car park? I mean, they've gone up. They have gone up a lot.
I thought I was saving money.
So you're telling me my penthouse in Nice, so what were the rates for that weren't good, Dave?
Oh, bloody hell. Johnny, quick
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Have you been over to the Isle of Wight on, with Cindy when you, have you
Yeah,
frozen? Have I frozen again?
Yeah, my
Flipping
sister took us
I've
to Queen
frozen.
Victoria.
I'll wait till I can't. You're all frozen.
Actually,
and
no,
you're
Martin
frozen,
looks
Dave.
quite shocked in his frozen picture. It's all right, he's back. We're back.
Actually, I was going to ask
You're back.
Steve. I was going to ask
Yes,
Steve.
Dave. My sister took us over to the Queen Victoria's place. Yeah.
All
Steve,
right.
I was going to say to Steve, now me and Alan and Munson are booked in for the Saturday. We're going to the Isle of Wight.
On the Saturday.
Yeah, we're going to get the ferry over and go and have a couple of drinks over there. And then if we time it right, there's 3 ships coming out. There's 2 P&O and a princess ship. If you go on the ferry, you can have a couple of bevies on the ferry and watch the ships go by.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I'll keep in mind, Fritzy. But
Oh, very British.
there's a possibility I might be doing something else yet, but we'll see.
All right.
Yeah, but by the way, Steve, watch out! There's another pig flying over your head now.
And actually, Dave, we would love to do any excursions you've got, as long as it's not walking 10 miles. We'd love to go to the Isle of Wight.
Oh yeah, shall I tell you what the bad news is now, Johnny?
Please, yeah. What's the bad news?
We've got all the accommodation for you, but it is actually 11.3 miles away from where we live.
You just know what to say.
Murky, you know I'm not like that. You know I'm not like that, don't you?
Well, at least, why not throw in the bike?
Pardon?
Throw in the bike.
Oh,
The one you fell off.
I'm not bloody getting on another bike after the last. I can't afford to lose a flipping mobile phone.
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear. So anyway, obviously we're going to be seeing lots of faces coming up in the next few weeks and months. But Martin, I know we keep asking, are you hoping you might come over at some stage later this year or maybe early next year?
Well, not this year, Dave, because in October it's our 40th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
And I'm planning on taking my wife to Vietnam.
Fucking hell, she's put up with you for 40 years.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
well, that
40
sounds
years,
lovely. I mean, congratulations. And
Yeah,
She
needs a
it was
medal.
her birthday last week, and it's my birthday on the 22nd, the same day
Right.
as George Best. You might like to know, Macca.
Oh, yeah, Georgie. Love
Fritz,
Georgie.
you
Yes.
already knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's in my diary. It's in my diary.
Don't bother sending him a card, Fruity.
No, I know.
or a bottle of
I've
whiskey.
actually got a
Don't
email
say a
address.
signed autograph of Bobby Charlton or something else you're trying to flog on.
I've got an email address called George Bestopoulos 10. Are you on the piss at this time of morning, Johnny?
Actually, I had to disable the alarm system to go in the fridge in the garage to the beer fridge. That's right. But I just wanted
You sound
Dave,
as though you're pissed, Colonel.
I just wanted Dave to see what a Heineken looks like.
Wow.
I thought you
2
were on the beer.
a.m. 2 a.m. is on the rise.
Yeah.
What are you on,
Look.
Doris? What's your drop, Doris?
Sorry, what's what?
What's your drop?
I'm drinking a nice Cabernet Merlot Riddoch tonight.
Very nice. From the
No, the reason I'm drinking, I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating that the iPhone Zoom works because when me and Dave, the anchorman, when we tried this a couple of years ago, it was all a bunch of nonsense saying there's another meeting in progress because of the one, but it's working great. So that's why I'm having a drink. I'm celebrating.
Good.
Yeah.
And
what's the time
you
there,
deserve
Colonel?
it. You deserve it.
What's your time, Colonel?
What's that, Matt?
What's your time?
Time is
time?
20 after 1.
And Colonel,
okay.
can you upload this to the cloud or whatever, this recording?
Well, here's good question, Foodie. Absolutely, but that's what I'll be doing once I'm overseas. But this one is going to be normal editing with the Oscar as per normal. It's being recorded to the cloud right now. It just doesn't say cloud, but
Right.
anything you record on your phone goes to the cloud. If
But-
you have the Pro Zoom account, which I do.
Yeah, but you were saying the other day about a problem about being able to do it.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right. But I'm thinking now that I have a phone service available, and we're in bloody port every day, thanks to Mrs. Kling. So when I'm up in the Shetland Isles, I'll have a phone service, so I'll be able to basically do this and post the link, just so people can view the recording on the cloud. Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah.
Colonel, you're going up the Shetlands. Are you also going to the Orkneys?
I've got the
Kirkwall.
list somewhere. I know we're going to a couple of places. Yeah.
Oh well, I'll give you a shout because my second cousin Charlie is the doctor up there. He lives up in Kirkwall.
I'll post the itinerary, Dave. It's quite extensive, actually. Bloody port every day. I wish there was some sea days.
Oh,
And guess what? Mrs. Kling is looking at a cruise, which this is going to be great. It's going to be from Auckland to Seattle. And I told her if we do that, we've got to go to Sydney so I can see my mate Macca, who I've never met in person.
When's that?
So, all right.
Well, it's all up in the air, but it's going to be in obviously next year sometime. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
doesn't
you
John Quillam live up in the Orkneys or Shetlands?
That's right. I think he did or does. Yes, because what's his name? The Eddie, wasn't it? Eddie on the other week mentioned something about him.
Wee Eddie. Yeah.
Wee Eddie. Yeah.
Listen, next time you see Wee Eddie, tell him that Debbie and I were asking after him because he knew Debbie very well.
Really?
He was a bellboy. Yeah. And he used to
On
hang
what
around.
ship? On the Oriana?
What ship, Deb? Oriana.
Yeah.
Because Wee Eddie used to hang around the poker machines as a bellboy, and Debbie worked on the pokies, and then she worked in the shops, and yeah, she knew Wee Eddie well.
Listen,
Brilliant.
Feelies didn't hang around the fruit machines, I'll have you know.
They used to carry the handbag there, didn't they?
A trolley.
Boys hanging around the fruit machines. That sounds interesting.
Only the big bellboys carried the handbag because it was that fucking heavy there.
What was Wee Eddie's last name, Becca?
What was Eddie's
Harris.
last name, Deb?
Harris.
Harrison.
Harrison.
Eddie Harrison.
Yeah.
I knew a
a
Steve
wee drop.
Harrison. I was a bellboy on the Oriana with the Steve Harrison.
Oh, it's a different one.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, Martin,
Yeah.
you just heard Colonel say, and obviously if Watsy was here as well, he would be as upset as I can imagine you are. But Colonel said to Macca, when we go to Auckland, we must go down to Sydney so we can see my
I
mate
know.
Macca. Well,
I saw that.
I like Macca as well. I do, but I also like you and Watsy. Now, it's
Yeah.
upsetting me to think he's going to go all the way to Australia and not
Just
want to see
Macca.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
he's in Auckland, he will go and see Brad Maxwell.
I
Of
would,
course
yeah.
he
I
will.
would.
Oh.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And talking
Yeah.
about handbag, I got to tell you guys about our retirement
Handbag?
gig. I'm going to tell you about our retirement gig, Mrs. Kling, and Tappy asked why I call Cindy Mrs. Kling, and I figured I know what it was. It's Dave. He started calling her that on the ship when she was on there. So anyway, Mrs. Kling,
Start all that.
she found this thing online for ultrasound. Philips need people to test for ultrasound, right? And I thought, okay, that's a scam. She signed up, and she signed me up. Well, they called me up first. It's just down the street, and it's $75 an hour. It's all you do is you go in there and you sit around doing nothing, and then the lady calls you in. You lie down, and they do the ultrasound. Well, it started off. It was like what the first time was 1 hour. I thought that's brilliant. $75, great. And then you called me back and said, come in tomorrow for 3 hours. Well, last week we had 2 days of 8 hours a day. $2,500 we made cash for 2 days doing nothing. We've already paid for a first class plane ticket from that. So it's brilliant.
Brilliant.
So when you have an ultrasound, aren't you looking for something?
No, what they're doing is this Phillips place. You know, Phillips. It's huge. It's just down the street. So it's where they're making the new prototypes of medical equipment. So they fly people in from all over the world who are interested.
So you're like basically rabbits. You've been.
Well, yeah, with rabbits,
Yeah.
but it's great. It's great. Easy peasy. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
paid you.
Oh, you look more like a guinea pig.
They paid you, John.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right.
Steve, no, none of us would be
Sign
paying
me up. I'm on my way
75.
home. I'm on my way home. Sign me up.
Yeah. So anyway,
Steve, you're getting mixed up with the car parking charges down here.
Oh, the extortionate, David, especially in Livingston. Extortion. And when I got car back, there was an extra 500 miles on the clock.
Yep. I was just running it in, boys. Just running it in. All right.
He didn't want to take out the gay convertible while he had your car there.
Pat was out in it yesterday. It was a really sunny day yesterday, and
You look
down
so
and-
gay in that car. And then when you pulled up in Windsor, and I put that big black fellow in with you on the side. It was like two big puffs driving down the high street.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Oh, was it, Macca? Was it? Okay. Oh, good. Now we know. That's great. Hey, I'll tell you what though. He's lovely. It's he hasn't got a family, obviously, because it's just physically not possible to have one at the moment. But we still keep in touch, daily. All right.
Is he still the doorman at the Windsor?
No, he's now a fully fledged door lady.
It was very nice, wasn't he?
It was brilliant. It was great, honestly. Yeah. Look, hey, so Martin, maybe next year then.
Yes,
you might come.
I'll definitely look. It's all about timing as well, because as I say, my wife's still working full time.
Right.
I can take as much time off as I like.
Yeah.
Because I only work casually now, and so it sort of has to fit in with her. But I'm desperate. I am thinking about my sister more so, because she lives in Worcester.
Yeah.
And she's getting on a little bit,
What about Brad, Martin? Can you get away now, the two of you?
Oh yeah. He's in his own accommodation. Sorry, you guys. I didn't want to mention this, but we have got a disabled son, and he's gone into independent living, supported living accommodation now. So he's off our hands.
He's a good lad.
If he's independent, that's good news, isn't it?
Well, he's not fully independent, Dave. We still, have to see him every now and again. But
Right.
yeah, he is living with people who can help him. So
Got
yeah.
it. Got it.
Yeah, you got to take your hat off to the Norrises. I mean, they brought up Brad, and it's been difficult over the years, hasn't it, Martin?
Oh,
trying to get away
28
together.
years,
You can't get away together.
Yeah. No.
Wow. I'm so well, Rick. Thanks for sharing it with us, though, Martin.
Yeah.
For sure. Look, we've just got somebody with who's just been woken up by one of the dogs. Morning, Bob.
Correct. Good morning.
Hello, Uncle Bob.
How are we, boys? All right.
How are you
Uncle
feeling
Bob.
now, Bobby?
Still crook, mate.
I
No.
we were talking about you the other day, and Deb said, "How's Uncle Bob?" And I said, "He was still bad last time I saw him."
What, with flu
Ah.
or something?
Huh?
Cold from when you got back?
I got a bad chest whilst I was out there, and I can't get rid of it. I've got to go to the quack again tomorrow.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you going to make
oh,
Southampton?
yeah,
Bob.
Bob.
Huh?
Are you going to make Southampton?
I'm hoping to. Yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed as I feel at the moment. I won't
Oh,
be.
yeah.
But,
Yeah. No, we look forward to that.
What
yeah.
time are you due to arrive down there?
20 past
Get it out.
4. The train's due in.
Morning, Taffy. Hello, Watsy.
Good morning.
Steve. Hello.
Hello. Hey.
What's here? You're late. Next
Yeah,
time you'll
sorry.
be top.
Yep.
You get a
Yeah,
fine
I
next time.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Blame my family. Mother's Day and all that sort of stuff.
Your mother's dead.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for the reminder.
Sorry, Stevie.
I think most of ours brothers are.
Yeah, I can't change your names, guys, because I'm on the iPhone. I'm doing a test for my trip. So Taffy, if you change your name to Taffy and Steve, change your name to Watsy, appreciate it.
Hello, Miss
Right.
Debbie.
Oh,
Hello. Hi, Dave. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb.
hello,
Everyone.
hello, Debbie.
Hello. Nice to see everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was sitting out. I've got a bit of a sore throat today, so I wasn't feeling 100%.
Have a glass of wine there. Yeah.
She's got a glass of wine.
The
in
wine
her.
will help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Bob, why aren't you better now?
I don't
After all
know.
this time?
It's 8 weeks now I've had it, and I still can't get rid of it. I've got to go and have
It's
a
funny.
scan.
It's funny you should say that. Sue had a terrible. I think she had it when we came out for dinner with you, Deb and Macca.
Yeah,
She's only just got over it.
really? Oh well,
Yeah.
that's the same thing.
She
I
had
know.
bad
Mine started
bronchitis.
I'd only been there just over a week when it started, and it's still,
You got to watch you don't get pneumonia or anything like that.
I know. Yeah, I've been to the doctor. I think I own the bloody surgery. I've been that many times.
No
Yeah,
good.
but there you go.
Yeah.
You're on antibiotics, Bob.
I've overdosed on antibiotics. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be on something. They have to keep you on something.
Well,
Does the brandy help? Does the brandy help?
the brandy man. Yeah. Yeah. I've got to go out this morning. I've run out of beer.
That's important to get that.
Send your son out, Bob.
Yeah.
So, Bob, what were those? It was that was it. I remember that it was. Well, we called it laparoscopies, but it wasn't.
Oh yeah, Capriosca.
Caprioscopies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're great. They'll
Dave.
help.
On holidays, is
Dave's there. Oh, Fruity.
No, Dave Hinge.
Dave Hinge is there.
They've got the Welsh hats on for Alan.
They've all got Alan's hats on, yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. That's
I must say that the sun, as always, is out in the valleys.
I'm missing it, Taffy.
It's gorgeous out here.
brilliant.
So these are brilliant sun hats, because I've just gone right round Europe, and I tell you, you can just tuck it in the back of your pocket, in the back of your jeans. You don't have to worry about losing it or leaving it anywhere. Just tuck it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Up here for thinking, down there for dancing.
Nobody's
And
going
in
to
the middle for romancing.
Nobody's going to nick it.
Oh,
I bought-
I must say to you, Aussie guys and gals, I can't remember the last comedy television series that I've ever, you look at these series, these new comedy series that come on all the time, and I'm in there about 15, 20 minutes, and I thought, well, I haven't had a titter yet, it hasn't made me even smile.
We have the worst comedians.
It's totally different. It's totally different to when.
Shocking.
Except Dame Edna. We had Dame Edna. She was
Yes,
good.
exactly. I'm talking. So from that generation, our generation, if you like, to this generation, the humor is completely changed. Well, I have to take my hat off because last night I tuned in, take my hat off to Australia, to a TV series called
£10 Poms.
Colin's Account. Oh, that's coming up. I'm looking forward to that. It's
Yeah,
called
tonight.
Yes, but the series that I tuned into last night was called Colin's Account.
Colin from accounts.
Colin the accountant.
I
Colin
tell
from
you what,
accounts.
it's freaking hilarious. Well
Is
done,
it?
Australia.
You should know.
Brilliant.
What's it called?
Colin the accountant.
Colin
Colin
from
from
accounts.
accounts.
From accounts.
Colin.
Colin from Accounts.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard of it. What's that on?
It-
What?
Well, it's on
it was only made-
BBC
only made for
Two
the polls.
here.
Oil on there.
What's it on? What's it on down here?
No, it's only made for the pommies. We never got to see it. Wasn't
You're
funny enough for
joking.
that.
It must have been useless then.
We've got something, talking about TV, we've got something starting here now called, called £10 Poms.
Yeah.
Oh,
It starts
it's
here
on
tonight too.
When does that
Right.
start? Someone was talking to me about it. When does that start, Steve?
Tonight.
Tonight.
That's tonight.
I think my grandparents were £10 Poms.
Yeah.
Sure.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. I'm
It's
sure they
a-
were.
it's a-
They came out. Yeah.
Where
I'm
did they
really
come?
looking
Where did they
forward to
come
it.
from, Debbie? Where did they come
Scotland.
from?
No, my grandfather was Scottish, but I'm not sure. Just out near London, somewhere they lived. I'm not sure.
I'm happy to say that my parents paid for their bread.
I'm looking forward to that £10 Toms. That should be good.
It'd be good.
Yeah.
I love historical stuff. I love going back in time rather than go forward.
But Taffy, talking about comedians, we've done a few cruises, and every time we go on a cruise, we think we'll have a look at the comedian tonight. We'll just have a look. Well, we always end up about 5 or 10 minutes after walking out
Yeah.
because all they do is swear, and they don't even. There's nothing funny. Like they just don't know how to do it.
The humor is gone.
Terrible. It's
Oh.
shocking.
We did a cruise over Easter on the Avia, 2 comedians, and they were absolutely pants. No one was laughing at them. No one was laughing at all.
Oh no.
It was
Yeah, but
awful.
where was that? Even the English, they were English comedians.
But one was an Englishman and the other one was an American woman. She was a lesbian, but all she was on about was the gay community all the time.
Oh.
She said, fine, okay, nobody's got a problem with the gay community. There's a mixture here, you know what I mean? Everybody's not within
They've
that
got a real
community.
They've got a real shortage of good comedians on
Yeah.
and cruise ships anyway.
I'll
we sat
tell you
there
what.
thinking-
I'll tell you about the comedian which we had. This guy was
Mhm.
incredible. He was a one-off. What happened was he started talking about people coming in late. And he said, "Right, here's what we're going to do. Next person to come in late, we're all going to stand up and applaud." and it went on. It went on the whole time. People come in, and we all stood up and we were applauding. And some of them, especially the Orientals, they didn't get it right, and then they did. It was brilliant.
Oh, that's funny. Look, all you want to do is have a laugh. But we sit there and they're saying, "And what's your name? And where do you do for a living?" And all this. And I'm thinking, it's supposed to be a comedy show. Like, it just wasn't funny.
Yeah.
We sat there thinking it's got to get better, but it didn't. So we just walked out. And that's happened most times. They're just terrible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You need a good belly laugh. That's what you need.
Exactly. That's right.
The thing is, the Scottish comedian, and sorry about my head, but I've been trying to think of his name. But he was such a brilliant. Sorry,
who?
Billy Connolly.
Billy Connolly, yes.
Billy Connolly.
Billy Connolly started something off.
Yeah.
He started from observation of life and people. He made it the most, but because he was such a unique talent and brilliant, it was hilarious.
It was. Yeah, we used to laugh at
now,
him, didn't we?
all these comedians since then they've tried to be intellectually, they try to be cleverer than the rest of us. Instead of but
I
no,
like Michael
as
McIntyre.
clever as Billy Connolly. They can't.
I like Michael
can't do it.
McIntyre. Do you like Michael McIntyre? Taffy?
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a one-off.
I like him.
He's good.
He's a one-
him that.
Yeah.
You don't like him?
I don't
That
like
show
it.
he does is brilliant. The show he
What
does.
about-
with hands
What was that gay one, Deb, that we watched?
Not Julian.
Julian
Sure, was it?
Cleary.
Cleary.
Julian-
Julian Cleary.
yeah.
Still around?
Is he still around?
Julian
Yeah.
Cleary.
Yeah. I think he's still
retired.
Julian. He still plays rugby for Wales, doesn't he?
I saw the last game of the season yesterday. My young nephew, he didn't come on till the last 10 minutes. He was a sub in the last 10 minutes. He's only 18 years of age, but they're grounding him in. But it was so lovely to be out in the sunshine for a day.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, this winter. I know I've been around Europe, but it's still been cold for me. I have been but yesterday was glorious, and today.
Are you home now, Taffy? You're
Yeah,
home
back
now?
in the valleys. I'm going to be scrubbing down the old Taffmobile today, giving it a good clean. Ready
So what's
to
the
go
weather
again.
like? The weather's good in England at the moment.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Yeah.
21 degrees yesterday in Manchester.
It was really sunny and warm yesterday. It was
Same
lovely.
in Northern Ireland yesterday.
Was it? What's the temperature?
21 degrees we had yesterday.
Yeah, we were
20?
about the same.
21.
21.
That's good.
About the same as us, Steve, wasn't it?
Supposed to get up to about 18, 19 here today.
Yeah,
we're in winter.
I did a live report for Johnny and Dave from Old Trafford.
Oh yeah, at Old Trafford.
Yes.
Yep, yep. And Pete did it at Stamford Bridge the game before last, didn't you, Pete?
Yeah, I did it yesterday as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
They
Hey.
played Forest.
Oh,
Pete, how far are you from Fulham?
What, in distance or time to get there?
Well, from your place to Fulham.
It's about 9 miles, 8-9 miles.
Okay, yeah, right. Well, that's where we're staying. We're staying in Fulham.
Oh, whereabouts?
Ralston Road.
All right. And when
Ralston
you
Road,
coming
Fulham.
over? When
21st,
Oh, it's 21st or 22nd of June.
22nd of June, but we're not there long.
Okay.
We're only there for about 3 nights.
right, yeah. I'll meet you.
3 or 4 nights. Yeah, we'll go out for a pint.
Yeah,
Or-
great
Or,
stuff.
well, with you, probably a pint or 10.
Fruity, we're thinking about trying to see Alan, but I don't think we're going to have much time. We've only got 4 nights.
Well, maybe we meet in London.
Yeah,
Well, if everyone can, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
that'd be good.
How you
Well, that's
feeling,
what-
Freddie?
Sorry?
How you feeling?
Yeah, not too bad, Steve. I was really ill last weekend, but that was nothing to do with the cancer problems. I think I had food poisoning.
Oh,
But
no.
the,
It sounds
yeah,
like as if you had the norovirus, Fruity.
all day Saturday and Sunday last week, I was in and out of the toilet every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
And where did you get that? Did you go out for dinner?
No, Friday. The only thing I can think is Friday I had fish, chips and peas for dinner. And I cooked the fish before I went out. It was from frozen. I thawed it out, cooked it, plated it up with some peas. Then when I came back, I microwaved it and did some chips in the air fryer. And that's the only thing I can think that I ate that could have caused it.
That shouldn't make you
That
sick.
wouldn't make you sick. No.
Well, I wasn't sick. I wasn't sick. It was the other end. It just ran out.
Yeah, but
And
well,
Fruity.
it wouldn't do that.
It
Fish
sounds
sauce.
like the norovirus to me. It's what I
Yeah.
had on the cruise ship.
I had it for 2 days, Steve, and
Yeah.
luckily Monday morning when I got up, it had
2
stopped.
days. Not very
In fact-
nice. Both ends at the same time.
No, I
Steve,
didn't.
did you have it?
I wasn't throwing up. I was just the other end. But
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to stop Nora going up your ass.
Steve, Steve, did
I
you have
don't
it while
know
you were
anyone
away?
called Nora.
You what? Sorry.
I
Steve,
don't
did
know
you have it
anyone
while you were
called
away?
Nora. Sorry, Debbie.
Yeah, I got isolated for 48 hours in the
Oh
cabin.
no! Are you joking?
Really? Yeah.
Oh, what a shame! How long was the cruise?
Yeah, Stevie was isolated. Yeah.
14-night cruise. I had two.
Debbie should have said it was a 3-nighter.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The weekend
14 nights.
cruise.
Steve, going back to your question though, the radiotherapy was effective, and in the consultant's words, was excellent results.
We could have gone last night.
Fantastic.
But
Brilliant.
I've still got the side effects with the bleeding, which is the problem at the moment.
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm not taking any blood thinners, because as soon as I start taking them, I start bleeding again. And I've got.
What can they do for that?
Well, I don't know. I got a consultation on the 2nd with the oncologist. There is a procedure they can do, and they did part of it while I was in hospital. It's called a sigmoidoscopy, where they put a camera up here, but it only goes so far. It's not like a cancer one. And what they do, they can use argon gas and they ignite it, and it seals the blood vessel. Yeah.
I hope you don't blow up.
Yeah. No, seriously. But they
It's a bit like
didn't
having a
do,
candle up your ass, huh?
a camera, not a camel.
Fruity, if you say that they can only get the camera up so far, I've heard if they used a drone, they could go a lot further.
David, there's two things. There's a colonoscopy, which is what they use for checking bowel cancer when they go a lot further. The sigmoid one, they only go in the lower part of the bowel.
So they go to the dining room.
I had that done once before, where they did the colonoscopy going up there, but they also went down the throat to look at my gut. So I said, just make sure you change the camera, will you?
Unfortunately, they didn't give me any of the photos.
Steve,
When
it
they
depends
do
where
the
you have
throat-
the
when
rubber through, but the front door,
They
or the
do
back
the
door?
throat as well as down the bottom. Is that so you get a 360-degree visual? But yeah. Sounds great. Lovely. Can you get one of those on your next
It's what we
cruise?
come down to,
Steve?
talking about sticking cameras up your bottom.
Colonel, you interested in making another movie?
Yeah, but I tell you what, for the next six weeks, there'll be no editing except for today on the crew bar. So whatever's said after I get to England, I can't get rid of it. It's just going to be on there. So
Okay.
So when are you going to England?
Okay, so everyone I fucking hate, so I can get on.
we fly on Wednesday, Deb.
Oh, we miss you, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a shame. Yeah, we fly Wednesday overnight and we arrive in Heathrow at 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're coming up to Australia next year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
good.
we're looking at it. We're looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's locked in already. It's locked in.
Don't mention that, because look, Martin Norris has already left already early, upset, and now Steve Watsy, you're going to get upset as well, because Colonel's excited about coming down to Auckland, going to Australia because he wants to see his mate Macca, and nothing was mentioned about you or Martin, and it's upset me. All right.
Thanks on my behalf. I can live with it.
Yeah.
He's never in Sydney. He's always gallivanting around Australia.
Have you retired, Steve?
He's got the life of a millionaire.
He's gallivanting around on his lawnmower.
No, the lawnmower's paid for it.
The lawnmower's packed it in for the season. It's not growing season, so it's all
Yeah,
right.
it's not growing season. Yeah.
Oh, great.
I was gonna congratulate you, Steve, for your team yesterday, because
Good
I'm
result,
hoping
mate.
now I've got to tune in every Saturday now to see the results, and your team are doing very well. Fair play.
Going all right.
Yeah.
Looking good.
You're
So
pushing
I'm-
for that European place, mate. You're pushing for that European place.
We could be.
Yeah.
Got those dirty scousers next week, I think.
Colonel, what terminal are you arriving at? Do you know?
Five, and we
Five.
got to get to the National Express bus to Southampton.
It's a 5-minute walk to the bus.
Yeah.
Is
Great.
Mary picking you up at Southampton?
No.
Oh, no, you're going straight to the hotel, aren't you?
Yeah. On the Saturday, Dave. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just so as I know, because I might be traveling up that day, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know nothing yet. My head is all of a mess, I'm afraid. But just so as I'll know, because it'll be nice that day to know where everybody's sort of coming from and going from. So you'll be arriving Terminal 5.
Yeah.
Do you know your arrival time?
Yeah, we do, because it got pushed back 45 minutes. It's 1:15, and the bus scheduled is 90 minutes later at 2:45.
Thanks.
So
That's it. I know what you're doing in anyhow. So
yeah. But you can always pick us up at the station, Taffy.
Look, Taffy, ignore this. Ignore it. All right.
I just need to know. It's just nice to know, with Alistair coming down from Scotland, and Steve coming down, and Rob coming down.
Nobody's at a meeting.
There is only one way to spell.
No, it's
But I've always known it was
the
Ross.
lunch.
Yeah.
Piano lunch.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. They're piss takers. Yeah.
What time are you expected down, Fruity?
Well, it depends. Alice has got people. He's had some workmen staying in the guest house for months. And what they do, they get up and go to work early and come back for breakfast at 10:30. So he's got to do their breakfast. So he can't do anything until after that.
Oh, that's a nuisance.
And then Munson is driving. Now, Munson doesn't get over 50 even on the M25 or the M3. So we're hoping
I couldn't do it.
We're hoping it's still going to be daylight when we arrive.
I couldn't do it.
Is there no other way he can get there?
Yeah, train, but
They're
Munson
not reliable.
Munson insists he wants to drive.
Oh, does he?
I am so looking forward to meeting up with Mr. Munson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
really.
Yeah, lovely.
We're not going to the Italian. We're not going to the dinner.
The night before.
No.
How long are you there for?
Why not? Why aren't you going?
We didn't want to go Italian, so we're there till we're staying.
What are you, racist, are you?
No, we're staying up till we're coming back home on the Sunday morning. So we get there Thursday, late afternoon, lunch on the Friday, stay Saturday, go to the Isle of Wight, and then come home Sunday morning.
But you're coming.
You're going all the way over the Isle of Wight for a couple of beers. Don't they have beer in Southampton?
Yeah,
It's a change.
it's very
isn't it?
pleasant. You go over on the ferry, it's got a bar on it. You can sit there and watch shipping go by,
Yeah.
get off at Coes, have a stroll, go and have a couple of beers here, there. And
But
then
you're
get the
coming
ferry
to
back.
the cabin pour out food, you right?
Sorry?
You're coming to Brendan's cabin pour out.
No, I doubt it, because we don't know what time we're getting there. And we're the other side of Southampton.
Okay.
We're down Oxford Street way, so we're probably
Yeah.
Colonel, I think there's a bit of snobbery coming in here.
Right.
Shut up.
It's sort of what ship did you work on? You know?
What do you
Bob,
mean?
are you going?
What do you mean, Macca?
Excuse me.
Bobbo?
I'm
Macca,
winding
what
you
do you
up, darling.
mean? Macca, what do you
winding
mean?
I'm winding
Hey?
you up, darling.
Well,
I'm
don't
winding you
wind
up.
me up because I find that offensive.
Oh,
Oh,
what for?
I didn't say.
What's that, is
Dave,
it?
Dave, Fruity, remember the 175th anniversary down in Southampton?
Yeah.
Wasn't that wonderful? The ferry, when we went across when all the ships were coming out.
That's right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
didn't I make a lovely taffy apple production of that?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
With close-ups of all us young, handsome guys who work together on the ships. If anybody wants to see it, they only have to tune in to Taffy Rogers on YouTube, and you can see that video. 175th P&O anniversary.
All right, guys, I'll have to go.
Okay.
Bob's going
Who let the dogs out?
Who strangled the dog?
Who let the dogs out?
Hopefully.
We'll see you Thursday, Bob. We get there about
Hey,
3
Bob.
o'clock.
Nice to
Bob.
see you.
Hope you get better, mate.
Cheers, Bob. Cheers, Bob.
About 4:30 at the dig.
All right. I should be there
Right.
between 3 and a half,
Next
3.
week, then.
All
So,
right.
Bob, are you going?
I'm hoping to, yes. Up to now, I'm going, yes.
Let us know how you're going then, mate, yeah?
Yeah,
Take
well,
care,
all
Bob.
right.
All right. See you,
Take
Bob.
care, Bob.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bobo going.
I'm going to, yeah.
Where are
Bobo,
you now?
Bobo, you're coming, when you leaving Ireland?
I'm leaving Ireland on Wednesday,
Right.
next Wednesday, and I got the great deal. Ryanair, £9.99 to Belfast.
What?
Not bad.
Flipping heck.
£9.99.
Who
Yeah,
really?
Ryanair, and it was on time. It was perfect.
Good luck.
Yeah.
They got 2
No,
wins.
it was okay. It was good.
Which one did we go on? That was the
Ryanair.
girls'
Blimey,
seat.
for £9. Well done,
What's
Bobo.
No,
Go
Air
where,
Lingus.
Bobo?
Air
Oh, Air
Lingus.
Lingus. We went on Air Lingus.
Ryanair.
The seat,
Where
the
did you
seat was
fly?
20.
Where did you fly from?
From Cardiff, from the valleys. It was
From
a
the
great
Valleys
airport.
to Belfast.
The only thing is the seat was 25 quid.
So the seat was £8 actually. But if you wanted to take another bag to put up at the top there, it was £70.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
I just have a like a little under the seat thing.
Sounds like.
It's got to be the right dimensions, Bobo, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. They're so strict. So strict.
Get that.
So
Jet Star. It's like
if you
Jet
stood
Star.
up, if you stood up, it was only £9.
Yeah, that's right. It's a bit windy on the wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to catch the train from Cardiff to Southampton on the 18th, and then
Great.
up there in the afternoon. So I'm going to the Poor Out. I'm staying in Southsea for 4 days.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
Oh,
I will
that's
actually,
good.
yeah. So,
You're not
Will you
staying
be
in Southampton?
you're commuting in and out on the days?
yeah, I'll commute. So it's only an hour, I think. From
Yeah.
I did it last time when I met the
Yeah.
guys in Southampton. Yeah. So that's my.
Pete,
Oh, that's
Peter,
brilliant. Yeah, we
Pete,
look.
did you get to see Bickerdike?
No, we'd arranged it all, and the day and that on the Monday, and the Sunday night, the pipe under the sink and the which is connected to the waste from the washing machine, it blew up.
Oh,
Basically,
no.
the whole kitchen was covered in water. We had to get the plumber in, but he couldn't get here till Monday afternoon, and I was meeting him earlier that day. But he's going to come on. I'm going to do a Zoom call with him and give him all the information about coming in the crew bar.
Oh, good.
I thought you'd spoken to him afterwards.
Thank you.
Say that again.
Had you made contact with him? Because didn't I see a message from you and him?
Yeah, I just chatting on Facebook, about his trip.
Right. Did he say why he doesn't come in the crew bar?
No,
that?
never mentioned it.
Who's this?
This is a guy called Steve Bickerdike. I was a bellboy with him on Arcadia and the PRS. I don't know where he went to after I jumped and he was still on there, but he was he was PRS on Arcadia.
I've heard the name, but
he went I think he came to live in Australia for a while.
Yeah.
And now he lives in Canada. He went to
Vancouver?
He went to Vancouver and now he's moved. I think he's retired now and he's just moved into he's just built a Airbnb and he's moved out of Vancouver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What about Brad? How's Brad?
Brad
Did
was
anyone
good
know out
last
of
week.
hospital?
I talked to him last week from his hospital bed, but
He's still
like
in
he was still in hospital. But that was
Yeah.
last weekend. But I haven't heard from him this week.
No. He
He
likes
was
to
good in
come-
himself. He was fine. Everything was good. Just that bloody
Yeah.
infection that was in his body.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get rid of it. They got him dripped up. You know, he's just in there to get the intravenous antibiotics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do a test, guys. I want to see if I can hand it over to Dave. So if it shuts down completely, obviously the test has failed. At least we'll know. So I'm going to press end.
Well, can we wave, Johnny? Wave to everybody. Oh, it's working. It is working. Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, it's worked.
Oh, excellent. Good. I was going to say to Johnny, let's all wave to each other just in case it flipping goes off. Anyway, we're on. That's good. He does put a lot of time in for this bit, so I'm glad it's working. And you did a test with him the other day, didn't you, Bobo?
Yeah. It's worked all right. Yeah.
Just sent him a message, said it worked.
Yeah.
Johnny's just sent the message saying, "Sorry, I didn't say goodbye."
Oh, did he? Oh, it's about 3 a.m. there, is it?
It's more 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's about 2 o'clock his time.
He's good to do that.
Yeah, definitely. So
He's enjoying himself.
Have we got? Sorry, did he mention about Oscars this morning?
Well, it'll be the same one that was on last week's ordinary crew bar, because there's no point in just putting it on one. I said to him, whether or not he remembers, I don't know. Might need to send him a quick message to say, don't forget to put the Oscar tail on the end of today's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Test that work. Yeah. Test the work. I'll send it now. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Because there is no more new ones. Oscar's really busy at the cathedral still with shortages, and he was in a bit of a panic because the Lord Lieutenant was coming for a special service, something to do with the King's coronation and what have you. But
yeah,
it's amazing, the coronation.
We will see him on we will see him on Friday.
Yes.
Do you enjoy the concert? Do you all enjoy the concert afterwards?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was all right. It was okay.
I got to tell you, I really, because I've been going back and forth to Dover for so many years, I get fed up of the drive. So I always drive through Old Windsor and the back of the castle. So Datchet. And I was coming back from France the day of that concert, and I didn't know. I didn't know about the concert. So I'm on the M25, which is a nutcase motorway in anyhow, and I see a sign there, event Windsor, and the date, and I thought, oh, but because I was just about to turn off to Windsor in the Taffmobile, and I thought, oh, a quick thinking, because I've done it so many times, I cut off to Bracknell and I missed it, and I had a lovely drive. I was home by tea time, put my dinner on and everything, and turned the television on, and of course Windsor's packed.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So, but I did enjoy the concert as well.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was quite.
Yeah,
it wasn't
the whole thing.
Yeah, Lionel Richie was looking good.
Yeah, he's
old,
looking
old
good.
Lionel. I think she'd had a bit of zhush. She had a bit of
He looked as good as he sounded.
Guys, I'm going to go. I need to go and do some jarry, some breakfast. So I'll catch up with you all next week.
It is coming up
See you,
to it.
Dave.
Cheers, Fruity.
All right. Bye.
Okay, boys.
Dave,
Okay,
you got a
and
problem,
girls.
give me a call.
Oh, will do. And Macca, I'll I'd love to give you a call because I love you too. All right. Well done. Good.
Well done, the Villa.
Oh, the Villa.
Oh, the Villa.
Yeah, doing well.
Okay.
Do
Oh,
what?
hang on. Oh, sorry. Johnny just sent another message. Hang on. Hang on. What did he put? He put, what's Messenger?
Get off, your hours
Oh,
up.
remind Fruity this will be the last Oscar tale until I get back after the trip. Oh, flipping heck. And he's gone, isn't he? Fruity's gone now. But we can't do any more Oscars at the moment because he's too busy. But all right, boys and girls, and I'll give. Well, Pete, good to see you as well.
Down the snakes and up the ladder to the tower where the blouses off and the men they dance on the polka dots and his partner found and his partner lost and it's hell to pay when the fiddler stops. It's closing time. Closing time. Closing time. Closing time.
Hello, everyone. This is Oscar from Ollie's Pocket with Oscar Tales. The Tale of a Cow on a World Cruise. John Wimple was the most boring man in the world. He lived with his mum and had always done so. Never married, had only one hobby, stamp collecting. Never went out, except to his weekly philatelist meeting, where he met his boring friends and showed off his stamp album. All the British Empire ones in the front and foreign ones in the back. It is said he never did drink or socialise. He preferred to stay home and watch all the soap operas with his dear old mum. He worked for the National Health Service, or NHS, as a manager, and never got promotion and sat in a grey office, a little grey man who never laughed and had no conversation. He had one thing on the top of his desk that was not work-related and not standard NHS equipment. There stood a very small plastic cow, the sort one would get in a toy farm set as a child. It was a white cow with black patches, a typical sort of milking cow model. Why it was there, no one ever knew, and no one ever asked. One time while I was on leave, I visited my friend Peter Bone and his wife Andrea, who was a practice nurse. I was asked to take part in a hospital prank of great complication. Would I take the plastic cow on my next world cruise and photograph it in all the ports, and as the pictures were posted back, they would arrive on the desk of the boring man whenever he left his workplace to go away. Then we would see how long it took for him to say something to someone in the hospital. I agreed to the plan, and the plastic cow was duly swiped off his desk when he was away for lunch, and I was given it to take on its long trip abroad. The ship sailed from Southampton, and I used my camera to photograph the cow with the ship's name, Oriana, in the background. Then several more shots of the port around. We set off on the world cruise. On arrival in Madeira, I photographed the cow 3 times with local shots. I then decided to add a new element to the little game and filled out a postcard with the cow telling its owner how much fun it was having on a world cruise, and sent it off to Peter's address for it to be placed on the desk of Wimpy Wimple, and this was duly done. Then on to Barbados, where more pictures of the cow with a suitable background were made, and the first roll of film was then developed, and the resulting pictures were then posted back to the United Kingdom with a new added element to the little game. I enclosed a long letter from the cow to its owner, telling him how much fun the plastic cow was having on its world cruise, and the things it was doing in the port, and the new friends the cow had met. This was duly sneaked onto the most boring man in the world's desk during a coffee break. So far, no reaction from the victim of this little prank. Not a murmur of surprise to anybody in the office. The cow was then photographed going through the Panama Canal. It was stood on the rail of the ship in one of the locks. And then we were off to Acapulco. There it was photographed with the famous cliff divers. And for added measure, a postcard went off as well. Now it had become a regular prank of mine to send a postcard in every port, purporting to tell of the fun side trips and excursions the cow was having. In Vancouver, the cow was photographed at the Narrows Bridge in Stanley Park. In San Francisco on a cable car, at Fisherman's Wharf, and later in front of the Golden Gate Bridge. The cow had a very exciting trip to Disneyland at our call in Los Angeles, and then went on to Knott's Berry Farm and Universal Studios. Another developed film of pictures was posted off at this port, and the picture postcards were sent off at all the venues as an added joke. On the long trip across to Hawaii, I concocted a long letter about the cow taking part in nightly events on board. The first was a fancy dress parade. It won first prize as a cow. Next was a ladies' night dance. It won a prize for the two-step, not easy with 4 hoops. The casino night brought forth great riches for the cow on the roulette wheel, and the money paid for the hire of a candy-striped jeep to drive around the island of Honolulu, calling in at all its well-known tourist spots, ending at Waikiki Beach. At each stop, I photographed the plastic cow with a suitable background, and then off back to the ship, and we sailed off to Fiji, and a picture of the famous police band. The game went on through Auckland and on to Sydney. The cow stood on the ship's rail to take a shot in the background of the famous opera house, then off to Wynyard Underground Station to catch the train over the Sydney Harbour Bridge to Milson's Point. I had got shots of the cow at the carriage window with the harbour below and the Manly's ferry steaming off from Circular Quay. In Melbourne, the cow rode round the city on a Melbourne tram, and a shot of it was taken by Flinders Street Station and the cathedral. More postcards were sent off, and another roll of film developed and pictures sent off, with another letter detailing all the trips the cow was enjoying. So it went on. Fremantle, Colombo, Bombay, the Suez Canal, Naples, Gibraltar, Lisbon, and back to Southampton. Cards, pictures, and the occasional letter all sent off, and all duly sneaked onto the desk of the most boring man in the National Health Service. I got home from the voyage and made a trip down to Peter's house to find out what the reaction to our little prank had been and to return the cow, which next day reappeared in its customary position on its owner's desk. Andrea said that John Wimple had said nothing to anyone or shown any reaction to the blizzard of cards, letters and pictures that had landed on his desk during the preceding month. Nor did he show any visible emotion to the cow's sudden return. He had conclusively proved that indeed he was the most boring man in the world. Oh, and a postscript. What did he do with all those postcards and letters, not to mention the pictures I had taken so much trouble to obtain? Burned them, I expect, as of no interest. but I bet he kept the stamps and put them in his stamp album. Well, that's all, folks, for this week. From Oscar. Oh, and always remember,